Hello everyone, Galarian Sandy here, and we're continuing on from the last episode. Because simply I did not want to quit because I believe all the Mr. Slushes will respawn, so I do not want to have an annoyance here. So let's get damaged by water. Also, something I forgot to mention, if you're tower trotting, you are not affected by the ice physics. It's of the level. Now I heard a Jinjo when I was last over here. I keep thinking I'm making the jumps. Here we go. There's our Jinjo. Just need to look up the location of the others. Yeah, so anyway, let's continue. So, do I have to fly to Mumbo's? There's no safe way to get to Mumbo? Oh, on this end? I guess I have to. Also, I gotta restock on red feathers at some point. Yeah, up there. I remember that being hard to get up to in the N64 version for some reason. And right into the door! So we need 15 tokens. We have plenty. And inside Mumbo's hut, he has a Jinjo for some reason. Here's some notes. Now let's see what we're going to be turned into. A walrus! Banjo gone all fat. Got big teeth. Brr, brr. So we can't really do anything as a walrus, but I think I can think of... But a walrus has some advantages, like that fat that he mentions. Makes us nice and warm for the cold, chilly waters, so we are not hurt by it. Unfortunately, we're not going to be going anywhere fast. But it can allow us to collect some things that are in the water, which you would normally have to take damage to grab. I believe this will be our last set of notes. You found all 100 notes on this world! Well done! Now, if we remember, I think it was Woozy, was it? He didn't like Banjo-Kazooie. He would run away in fear the moment he saw us. What do you think he'll react if he sees a fellow walrus? I'll grab that Mumbo token on the way back to Mumbo. So let's climb up here. And he's excited! Wow, another walrus! Take this! But watch out for a bear, for a smelly brown bear and his ugly bird partner. I wish Kazooie would say something there, but there's our Jiggy. Now let's check out this cave that he blocked off. This walrus cave, which looks really nice. Why, hello again, Mr. Walrus. Feel free to have a look around. Woozy's cave. There's a Jinjo that we can't quite reach. We'll have to come back. Here's some feathers. Nice that they have some here. But we're able to check out an area of the cave that we'll not be able to check out. Now, we can only check out this area as a walrus. Here we go. Do be careful there. There's our extra honeycomb piece, but do be careful, there is an enemy in here. And you cannot fight as the walrus, so you're kind of vulnerable. But if I move quickly enough, I can get the extra life. Which doesn't matter, because the moment I quit, my lives reset. How does people feel about that in old archaic games, where it's like, hey, no matter how many lives you get, as soon as you like save and quit, your lives reset? Like, how do people feel about that? Especially with nowadays when playing old games. Must be very archaic. And, oh wait, there's one more thing that we can do with the walrus. I just remembered. Remember as I grab this Mumbo token. Remember Boggles saying something about us being too big. Let's go check him out as a walrus. I wish we could move faster as a walrus. I really miss the Talon Trot. Luckily, he won't be too far away from Mumbo. Hey there, Mr. Walrus. Fancy a race? Hop on the sled if you do. Now let's race. Great! Now all you need to do is steer your sled, head through the red solemn gates, and beat me to the end. Got it? 3, 2, 1, go. One thing I will note, he rubber bands. We may be ahead of him now, but he'll just shoot ahead of us. He does rubber band. But as long as you're not too far behind, you should be able to easily beat him. Like, look, he's suddenly getting ahead of us. He does rubber band. But as long as you don't stay behind him for too long. Yep, I love that. Oh. Yeah, yeah, I think he'll rubber band us one more time before near the end. As long as we're quick, we should be able to beat him. He's not a fun race. The first one is really easy, but we do have to race him again. And the second race is not fun. As a matter of fact, this is another case where I have to leave the level and come back. The first one with Mr. Vile is doable. This one is not. Okay, here's our last chance to try and get in front of him. Okay, now as long as we don't let him pass, we should win this. Please stay behind me. Phew! You're too quick. Take from me, Mr. Walrus. Here's your medal. I reckon I need to race someone my own size. So yeah, like I mentioned, there is a second race. Do not attempt it. You have to do it as Banjo-Kazooie. Problem? He goes ridiculously fast in that race. While I mentioned that the Mr. Vile one is somewhat doable, just hard, this race is unbeatable without a later power-up. So, which I think the next power-up is in the next world we're gonna visit, actually. So, yeah, so do not attempt the second race. You're not gonna get anywhere far in it. Yeah, so I'm gonna save you the frustration on that. But as we slowly make our way back to Mumbo's, I believe that is... Let me just check my totals. Oh wait, I know what I was about to say. Hey, we haven't got the last Jinjo. So let's transform back. See ya, Mumbo. Okay, now let's get across this water. Oh yeah, the time limit is extremely short on these pair of boots. I think they're like the shortest time limit ever. Yeah, so there he is, waiting for his second race. Do not even attempt it, because you will not beat it. So let's go back to Uzi's cave. Now that he's out of the way, we should be able to enter it as Banjo and Kazooie. Also, I hope that something that I did earlier will allow me to collect something. I hope I did it right. Eek! The bear again! Take that noisy orange thing with you and leave poor Uzi alone. Yes! We got the last Jinjo and I did what needed to be done. So if you don't do what you need to do, this will be blocked off by ice. We enter in here, play dramatic music, and get the ice key. Cool! An enormous ice key. We should keep this stop and swap item for later. And this what wants me to finally bring in something that I want to talk about. I originally wanted to talk about it at Pirate's Cove, but I forgot it both times. Basically, let me tell you the history of Stop and Swap. Stop and Swap was something that was originally planned for the N64 version, but never came to fruition. Why is that? Well, if I remember the details correctly, whenever you take out the cartridge of an N64 game, while the power's still on, data is left in the N64 for about, I want to say 10 seconds. Rare came up with the idea of using this for Stop and Swap. This would be later used, and this was supposed to allow you to get things for the sequel game, for this game's sequel, Banjo-Kazooie. Eventually, Rare thought it would be a bad idea. I forget if it was Rare's end or Nintendo stepped in and said something. But basically, they did not go with the idea. The items are programmed in the N64 version, but they're ungettable. That where the ice key would just be a giant wall of ice. You would not be able to get it. You could see the ice key, but never retrieve it. Now, Rare did find a solution in Banjo-Kazooie to get you some of the Stop and Swap items that they planned. And, your feathered buddy that you bring, useless like a pile of dang! Wow, Grunty, that's rude. Before I get back to Stop and Swap, let me just complete this puzzle for Gobi's Valley! Back in that desert area. Also, jump down here, it's death. So anyway, back to the Stop and Swap. So, Stop and Swap was useless. It was undoable. The only way you can get the Stop and Swap items is through, I believe, hacking. But they're useless in Banjo-Kazooie. When this game was brought over to the Xbox Live Arcade, they enabled Stop and Swap again. But in order to get the Stop and Swap items, you have to have either a save file. You have to either have save data of Banjo-Tooie or Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. This will allow you to get the Stop and Swap items. It is the only way, so yeah. My Xbox One did not have save data of Banjo-Tooie. That's why I was unable to get it at Treasure Trove Cove. Oh, which is the first opportunity you would have got. I'll get that item next time we visit there. But yeah, that's the history of Stop and Swap. Pretty ambitious, but was not be able to be doable on the N64. Here's Grunty's sister. Before we go to Gobu's Valley, let's learn some juicy secrets. Grunty's best friend at witch school has the awful Saggy Maggie. When relaxing, she usually reads the Fat Hag Monthly magazine, while slipping a gas of her favorite cold worm something. I didn't read that last bit. Oh, you poor dears, your energy is low. Let me fill it up for you. Yeah, she will heal you. That's better. And let's do a little bit of Gobi's Valley. You will find one more move in here, Banjo. Gobi's Valley, which got a really cool remix in Smash Ultimate. There's our Jinjo. We are at an oasis. Trunker wants rain, gas. I'm shriveling up. How are your nut bark breath? Kazooie! Will eggs and feathers help? No, cough. Need water. Help. Even though you have plenty of water around here. Wouldn't the tree roots be able to go into the water? Or wouldn't they? I hear those shoes that I saw earlier. Ha! Don't think you can use these until you found out how. So we're in an Egyptian-themed level. I really love the music of Gobi's Valley. Do not touch the sand, because sand is indeed hot. And magic. Go up there, Banjo. Let's go down to the Sphinx's tail and collect those notes. Token. Should be able to have enough time to get to safety. Let's take them off. Oh, Mummy Hand! I forget that's your actual name, but yeah, be careful. Those guys suck. Do 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 do. I don't know if we'll have enough time to grab a Jiggy in this world, but we should be able to have enough time to at least explore a little bit and slide off. So let's fly. What's this thing? Summon all these hidden rings of the ancients to beat the witch. Wow, if these guys are offering to beat the witch, then why not? Ouch! We sand eels can survive in here. Yeah, so that's why you do not want to touch the sand. Are sand eels an actual thing? I'm actually legit curious on that. My mind wants to say no, but I wouldn't be surprised if they are an actual thing. So let's go for these, which actually remarkably look like Banjo. And that reminds me, I need to actually restock my feathers. Oh my god. Let's go for this one. I think this is the last ring. Oh, nope. Let's speed on over here. Only joking, mortal. We can only give you this. Oh, we've been duped. But hey, at least we got a Jiggy out of our trouble. So let's go over. Over and get our Jiggy. I might be have enough time to show off one more Jiggy! Think even quick enough. Yeah, lots of sand. These beetle things. I forget what they're called. Where is the last There's bottles. These are the running shoes. Beaky Legs wears them on her scrawny feet to make her run really fast for a limited time. Her energy is low, a little low. I'll fill it up for you. Well played, Banjo! You've now learnt all the moves in the game. And Bottles is not joking. That was the final move that we can learn. So yeah, I'll stop here. So next time we will continue explore. Next time we will explore Gobi's Valley and see what Jiggies we can find in this area.